like their government doesn't represent them. And they're right. Time and time again, our lawmakers have ignored the will of their voters, rewriting ballot initiatives, promoting corporate interest, and hurting working class people. They tried to sell off our public lands, they tried to weaken unions, attack the most vulnerable among us, defund our schools, steal our water, and rig our maps. This is not the America that our ancestors fought to build. But it's not just Republicans here in Utah. Both Republicans and Democrats have failed the working people of this country for decades, selling out to corporations while hardworking everyday citizens fall further behind in a system rigged against them. Housing costs are out of control. Healthcare is too expensive. Young couples are not having children, going to school, or moving out. Wages haven't kept up with inflation and are now the lowest that they've been in more than 50 years. Nearly 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, while corporate profits continue to hit record highs. The Dow hit 50,000 for the first time ever. I'm sure you heard about it. And now the 1% own more than the bottom 90% of us combined. This is not a healthy economy. They use this wealth to write our laws, manipulate our economy, and corrupt our democracy. Liberal or conservative, in a state as hardworking and community-centered as Utah, this is not right. I'm running to change that. I'm running as a progressive Democrat to give Utahns a radical choice in who represents them. Do you want more of the status quo, decline, and stagnation, or do you want something better? I believe Utahns should be able to afford a home in their hometown. I believe Utahns deserve a good job with fair wages so they can actually build wealth and not just scrape by. Utahns deserve affordable health care. God forbid they ever need it, so that they don't go bankrupt just because they got sick. They deserve well-funded, high-quality public schools so their children can get an education just as good as their wealthy neighbors down the street. They deserve clean air and water and wilderness that remains wild so that generations to come can enjoy the best part of what makes Utah, Utah. And they deserve a legislature that actually listens to them and their needs, not just that of their lobbyists. I didn't want to run for office, and I know that winning my race is a long shot, but none of us can afford to keep doing nothing while corporate politicians sell out our future. I'm not a politician, I'm not well connected, I'm not a real estate developer or investor. I'm a public employee and a working class homeowner whose future is deeply tied to that of this community. I know that local politics matter because they shape our schools, our housing, our healthcare, and our day-to-day lives. And I believe that local politics should be loud, accountable, and driven by the everyday people who make up our city, not out-of-touch politicians who refuse to represent the diversity of the views, experiences, and struggles of the people they govern. This campaign is about showing that regular Utahns can step up, get involved, and demand better from their representation. If you believe, like me, that our state can be more affordable, more compassionate, and more democratic, then I ask for your support, your voice, and your vote. We want to build a better Utah for working class families across the state and a better country for our children. Then let's reject the status quo this November. Let's reject the stagnation, the hyper-partisanship, the divisiveness, the cruelty, the corruption, and the collapse they have planned for us. Together, we can build Utah that works for all of us. You can learn all about me and what I stand for at my website, votelovehard.com, and we're here to beg for money, so please, if you can, donate.